Hi there, welcome to EB1 and NIW Guru. Guys, this is going to be an amazing learning experience video. You guys owe me on this. Just kidding. I love doing this, so that's why I'm going to share some such useful information here. Okay, so EB1, EB2. Let's focus on EB2 for today. Employment-based preference. Number 2 category. Okay. Two options. Either you have an advanced degree or you can show exceptional ability. You may be eligible for an employment-based second preference visa. Although they call it visa, it's technically you're trying to become a permanent resident. Okay, so let's go over advanced degrees. So number one, the job you apply for must require an advanced degree, and you must possess such a degree or its foreign equivalent after bachelor's. You should have had at least 5 years of post-bachelorate progressive work experience in the field. You must meet any other requirements specified on the labor certification process, which usually goes along with this particular category. Okay, so I'm guessing that people who have done MBBS or any other bachelorate degree in medicine or bachelor's in engineering or so on in other parts of the world should have had some kind of postgraduate experience and worked for 5 years, or at least had a postgraduate experience constituting at least few of those 5 years after your bachelor degree. So that can be sometimes hard, but let's see what examples of evidence that you can submit. Documentation such as an official academic record showing that you have an advanced degree in the US, like master's or PhD, or a foreign equivalent, or an official academic record showing that you have an US bachelor degree or foreign equivalent, and letters from current or former employers showing that you have at least 5 years of post-bachelorate progressive work experience in this specialty. So residency, for instance, for medicine grads constitutes about 3 years of post-bachelorate, and you need to have had 2 more years potentially of work experience after bachelorate if you want to use the advanced degree if you're a physician, right? Whereas physicians, for instance, can apply using the exceptional ability rather than using the advanced degree. What's that about? You must be able to show exceptional ability in the science, art, or business fields. Exceptional ability means a degree of expertise significantly above that ordinarily encountered in the sciences, arts, or business. You must meet any requirements specified also on the labor certification as applicable. And let's go and see what these 3 of the criteria below, right? This is very important. Any 3 criteria you meet here, boom, you can go for it. Official academic record that you have a degree, diploma, certificate, or similar award from a college, university, school, or institution relating to your area of exceptional ability. We undermine ourselves when we look at our own achievements, so don't hesitate to pile up all your achievements, emails that you may have appreciating your work, or any simple certificate of achievement or appreciation. Collect them right now. Letters from current or former employers documenting at least 10 years of full-time experience. Well, that itself is a criteria of exceptional ability, okay? But I hope you're not that late into your career while applying for EB2, okay? A license to practice your profession or certification of your profession. Evidence that you've commanded a salary or remuneration that's pretty high that demonstrates that you have exceptional abilities. Membership in professional associations has to be really significant. You can't just pay an annual fee for an organization and call that as membership. No, it has to be a really sound application requirement for being a member, like a fellow in the College of Physicians and so on. Recognition for your achievements and significant contributions to your industry or your field by your own peers, government entities, professional or business organizations. You have to show proof of appreciation from various kinds of members in the field, whether it's media, whether it's peers, whether it's patients, whether newspaper magazines or newsletters within your organization, and so on. Okay, so that's the application. Now, before you are able to apply for EB2 with an advanced degree or exceptional ability, if your employer is applying for you, then you need a labor certification. You either need a labor certification approval or you need a waiver for labor certification. Okay, and the labor certification process is called PERM, and I'll explain to you about PERM later. But basically, labor certification and the ability of the employer to pay you your salary is a must before you apply for EB2 employment-based an employer filing type of EB2. Whereas you can apply for your own EB2, self-petitioned is also present, right? For that, you don't need a labor certification. Okay, I will tell you more about that. So, employment-based second preference petitions must usually be accompanied by application for permanent employment certification from the Department of Labor, ETA form 9089. However, Department of Labor provides for a blanket certification in certain situations. As part of the application process, your employer must be able to demonstrate an ability to pay your salary and continuing until you obtain lawful permanent residence. Your employer may use an annual report, federal income tax return, or audited financial statement to demonstrate a continuing ability to pay you. You may request a waiver for this requirement in the national interest category, NIW, which means you don't have to have an employer that meets all these criteria, but the national interest waiver says that I'm waiving the need for a permanent labor certification because this area, this hospital, or this organization is in a place that is very underserved, and it's a waiver. We need you. You have exceptional abilities, and we don't have to prove that we are able to meet the labor certification requirements. And usually those jobs need 5 years commitment, so you don't have to go through that if possible, right? So there is general permanent labor certification, there is a Schedule A blanket labor certification, and national interest waiver. So looking just closely at the national interest waiver, factors that the USCIS considers for national interest waiver. Number one, the proposed endeavor, which means your field of specialty, your work, the things that you are trying to do, the things that you have already accomplished, and you're putting in the letters of recommendation and your agenda saying that I'm doing this particular topic, like I'm doing research, or I've published in this field, or I'm helping these kinds of patients, I'm helping these kind of clients in the artificial intelligence category, and therefore imagine how much US is going to be able to benefit from this particular field right now and going into the future, right? So you should prove by writing in your letters, drafting it for your attorneys, saying that the proposed endeavor has both substantial merit and national importance, number one. Number two, you are well positioned to advance the proposed endeavor into the future. I'm going to build on this, right? And number three, on balance, it would be beneficial for the United States to waive the requirement of a job offer, right? You don't need to actually have an offer and the labor certification, yet you can go ahead and apply for the this category, right? All right, and if you have family and if you have an approved EB2 I-140 petition, that's the name of the document, I-140. That's the main application form, and if that gets approved, then your family, your dependents, are also able to potentially gain access into the US and are able to stay while you have a pending green card. Okay, so this is a great start for understanding EB2, but you need to do your own due diligence. Please go and read more about Danasar matter, DHANASAR, Danasar matter, a dinosaur criteria, and it'll help you understand that many a times you are easily able to meet these criteria. It's just that you need to stop undermining your abilities. You need to start bragging about yourself, writing it on paper from the get-go. Within the first 2 years of you coming into the US as a student, you need to start working into this. Okay? All right. You take it easy, guys. I will see you on the other side.